Join Kids Hut family.
Wow, this is such a huge box.
Who is it from?
It's from Bill. Let's open it and see.
Yay, let me help you.
Whoa, Tia, this is the best gift ever.
Indeed it is. Well, you have not opened my gifts yet.
You did not give me anything yet, Tia.
Haha, here you go.
What's that?
I made this sweater for you. And these chocolates too.
But, Tia, it's just a sweater and chocolates. It seems like you don't love me that much. Have you seen the gifts that my friends have given me? I have got lots of toys and branded clothes.
Tofu, you are belittling me. I made the gifts for you with so much love.
But, Tia, I did not mean it that way.
I understand what you mean. Do you want to hear a beautiful story?
Yes, please.
The Princess and the Salt. Long, long ago, in an enormous castle, there lived a mighty king with his 3 daughters. One sunny morning, as the king was taking a stroll in his garden, he called his 3 daughters. He wanted to know how much each of them loved him.
My lovely daughters, come here to me. I have a question for you all.
Good morning, Father. What is that you want to ask us?
Oh, my dearest Stella, tell me, how much do you love your father?
I love you as much as I love gold.
On hearing this, the king puffed up with happiness. He then called out to the next daughter.
My dearest Julia, tell me, how much do you love your father?
Oh, Father dear, I love you as much as I love diamonds.
On hearing this, the king was even happier. He then turned to his youngest daughter and asked the same question.
Oh, my dearest Jane, tell me, how much do you love your father?
Dear Father, I love you as much as I love salt.
As Jane said this, her eyes glittered with love for her father. But the mighty king was so angry with his youngest daughter that he ordered her to get out of the palace forever.
How can you say that? For you, is my value only as much as some salt? Get out of this kingdom now, you ungrateful little girl. Never come back here again.
And the furious king ordered to banish his daughter to the forest and close the gates of the palace on her. Distressed and rejected, poor little Jane wandered around the forest. Suddenly, she heard the sound of a horse's hooves galloping towards her. The frightened princess ran and hid inside the hollow of a tree bark at once.
Oh no, who is that? What if he abducts me? Oh Lord, please save me.
The horse halted near the tree and a handsome young man jumped off to the ground. He had seen the princess hiding there, and so he called out,
Oh, young lady, don't be afraid. I will not harm you. Do you need any help?
Who are you?
I live in the neighboring kingdom. I am a wealthy merchant. What are you doing all alone in this dense forest? Are you lost?
The princess stepped out of the hollow tree bark and started sobbing. She then told the young man about whatever had happened.
I love my father so much, but he doesn't understand.
There will come a day when he will finally understand your love for him, O young princess. Don't be disheartened.
The merchant and the princess quickly fell in love with each other and soon they were married. Years passed and one day the king lost his way while hunting in the forest. Finally, as fate would have it, he reached the doorstep of the wealthy merchant and asked for help.
Oh, young boy, can you help me? I am lost. I have been wandering in the forest for 2 days. I am tired and hungry.
The merchant immediately recognized the king as his wife's father. Despite knowing, he kept quiet about it and welcomed the king inside his house. Take some rest and I shall arrange some food for you, Your Majesty. The merchant went inside and told his wife about her father's arrival. The young princess quickly dismissed the cooks from the kitchen and decided to cook food on her own.
You may leave. I will cook the food today.
After some time, a big feast was laid on the table for the king. There were a variety of dishes, and the king, starving like anything, dug into his meal. And as soon as he took a bite, he got furious.
Oh Lord, what is this? How can someone eat something like this? It has no taste. I demand to speak with the cook immediately.
To his astonishment, his daughter stood right there in front of him.
Hello, Father. Your food tastes bad because there isn't any salt in it. Our lives would be terrible without salt in our food, wouldn't it? Do you now understand how much I love you, my dearest father?
The king stood up with tears in his eyes and immediately pulled his daughter into his arms. He embraced her and promised to never doubt the love she has for him ever again.
That was a wonderful story, Tia. I am sorry for the way I behaved. I now understand the love that you have for me. Giving valuable gifts doesn't define love. It's the efforts and the intentions of a person that defines the love we have for each other.
You got it absolutely right, Tofu.
Tia, did you know Jack pushed Henry today while playing? Poor Henry didn't say a word, but later someone pushed Jack and he hurt himself. Jack got very upset and said sorry to Henry because he felt he did him wrong. Well, it's good that Jack realized his mistake when the same happened to him.
What goes around comes around.
What do you mean by that, Tia?
Well, I will tell you a story of the Cave Princess. The Cave Princess. Once upon a time, there lived a cruel duo of a mother and a daughter. They had a maid named Catherine who was treated terribly. They made her do unnecessary work and tired her. Catherine, come here and put the shoes on my feet. Look at your ragged clothes. Oops, now you can't wear them anymore. You pile of gunk, come here and clean this. But ill-fated Catherine had no other choice but to work because she had poor old parents to feed. One day, Catherine was sent into the woods to collect lumber and catch a fish for dinner. But little Catherine had to carry all the heavy lumber by herself. Come here, you silly fowl. Go to the woods and bring some lumber and fish before dusk.
But miss, I would need some help to carry the heavy lumber.
Get lost and do what I told you, you muck.
Oh, okay.
She packed herself some leftover loaf of bread and went into the woods.
Oh God, please help me find a way. How will I carry all the lumber on my back? I am so tired of walking already. Oh dear, what happened to you? Who did this to you? Here, I can share my lunch with you. I have a long journey to make, so I saved some for myself. I hope you don't mind. Take care, doggo. I will see you on my way back home. Oh, poor dog. Have this too. I will find myself something to eat. You need this more than I do.
And so she feeds the dog with all that she had. She still had a long journey to make. Poor Catherine had no other option but to go on in the scorching heat of the sun. As she moved ahead, she saw a flash of white light where the dog was. It turned into a handsome young prince on a beautiful black horse. Catherine got startled and started running.
I didn't do anything. Please don't harm me. I just fed a starving dog.
Oh, please stop. I won't harm you. You are so beautiful and kind. You just turned the spell backwards. The witch of the dark cave cast a spell on me. She turned me into a dog. I have been in the woods for 25 years of my life, living the life of a dog.
But how did I turn back the spell? I just fed a poor dog.
The witch gave me a spell that I won't turn back into a prince until and unless a person with a kind heart and generous intentions feeds me food and gives me love. There is only a family of 2 women that live in the woods. They have always been inhuman to me. They threw food at me and kicked me when I didn't eat. But you fed me with kindness and generosity and love.
Oh, I am sorry about whatever happened to you, sir. Those women must be evil at heart. But anyways, you must forgive them. God is always watching out for the kind.
Indeed they are. What are you doing in this awful heat?
I am going to collect some lumber and fish for my missus.
Do you live in that old cottage?
Yes, sir. I work for them.
Oh girl, you work for the brutal women. Never mind. Do you want to see something unbelievable? Come, climb the horse.
I have to get home before dusk.
Don't you worry about that. I got you.
They climb on the beautiful black horse and go deeper into the woods, away from the evil world. They stop by right at the opening of a dark cave.
Come on, let's walk inside.
It's pretty dark in here. I am so scared.
Hold my hand, Catherine.
They walk inside the cave, and as they move further, they enter a beautiful land full of butterflies, flowers, and rabbits. There stands the prince's beautiful and enormous palace. They walk inside and the prince proposes to marry Catherine. Her eyes are full of joy as she holds his hand and says yes. There is a flash of colorful lights and the whole kingdom lightens up. There is flavorsome food being served at the dinner table and a dozen of servants in the palace. Suddenly, Catherine spots her missus.
Miss Katie, what are you doing here?
Hello, Princess Catherine. How may I serve you?
Please don't mind.
My lord, here's your platter of food.
What is happening here? They are my missus. Why are they working for me?
My beloved, this is your world and your kingdom now. God has rewarded you for your kindness and humbleness. This palace is yours. These servants work for you. They are the people who did you wrong. They are paying for what they did to you.
But I don't want them to work for me. I am very uncomfortable. They are my missus. I used to work for them.
Princess Catherine, that is very kind of you. How are you so humble, generous, and forgiving even to the people who did you so wrong?
My dear prince, I believe what goes around comes around. Everyone has to pay for their deeds. It is not me who would decide their punishment by God. I want to forgive my missus even if they mistreated me. I know I will get a better reward than doing wrong to those who wronged me in the first place.
Oh, my dearest, you are the most humble of all.
Catherine turns into the cave princess and the couple lives happily ever after in their peaceful little world away from the cruel world.
Oh, Tia, what a beautiful story it was. It surely proves what goes around comes around.
Yes, Tofu, it surely does.
Tia, my teacher told me that good always overcomes the evil. Can you please tell me a story about it?
That's true, Tofu. I do have a story about that. Princess Rose. Many years ago, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful princess. Her cheeks were blushed red as a rose, and she had beautiful blue eyes, and so everyone called her Princess Rose. Her beauty was so exquisite that people left no stone unturned in praising her. She loved roses so much that the gardens of the kingdom were full of beautiful red roses. She was the prettiest girl in the whole kingdom, and so some of the witches envied her too.
Oh, mother dear, can you please do my hair into a pretty braid of roses?
Yes, my precious, come to me. And so Princess Rose sat by her mother while she did her hair into a beautiful long braid. She asked the servants to pluck some fresh red roses for her daughter to enhance the braid.
Oh, Leela dear, go and bring my daughter the freshest of roses from the garden.
As commanded, Leela went to the garden with a basket and plucked some fresh and dewy red roses for the princess.
Thank you, mother. This looks so pretty.
As Princess Rose went out in the garden for a stroll, a strange old woman appeared and asked for help. Oh, pretty little girl, come here, come to me.
Hello, do you need something?
Give me some dimes. You can see that I am very poor. I will give you a favor in return.
Here, keep these. You need this more than I do. I hope your poverty flees away in no time. You can always come to this palace for help.
Keep this beautiful black rose in return. It will stand out of all the other red roses. Water it just once and it shall bloom into a huge red rose.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. I will plant it in my garden among the other roses. Princess Rose hands a bag full of dimes to the old woman, wishes her goodbye, and hops into the garden with happiness, singing a beautiful song. Her voice was so pretty that all the birds flew to her and fluttered around her. La 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 la, la ra ra ra, la 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 la, la ra 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 ra.
Ah, I hate her. She is too nice, says the old woman, who was nothing but an evil witch. The witch was envious of Princess Rose since she was a little girl. She walked away with a cunning smile after handing over the black rose to the princess. Let's see who praises her beauty after she turns into a terrible black rose for the rest of her life. She shall remain a black rose until the teardrop of a noble man falls on her. And she might die into ashes when someone plucks her. Ha 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 ha! Abracadabra, bling blang bloom! And as the cunning old witch curses her, a thunderstorm struck and Princess Rose was trapped inside the black rose. The rose fell on the ground, and as the wind blew, it landed on the feet of a noble prince in the kingdom.
Oh, what an attractive black rose. Ah, what a beauty. Who could possibly throw it away like that?
The prince picked up the delicate black rose, admired its beauty, and planted it in his garden. He was so astonished by the beauty of the black rose that he would talk to it every day and water it. He was saddened at the thought of the black rose being abandoned like that.
Oh, pretty rose, who would do that to you? You are so admirable, and you make me believe in the beauty of nature.
Years went by, and the young prince would talk with admiration to the black rose and water it every day, until one day the prince was saddened, for his mother had died. He went out in the garden on one such starry night and talked to the rose for hours. Suddenly, the prince started to cry, and his teardrops fell on the black rose. And alas, the evil witch's spell was broken. The beautiful black rose turned into the Princess Rose again.
Oh, noble prince, you saved me. You brought me back to life after so many years of darkness. Oh, I can't thank you enough.
Oh, young princess, it's you? The whole kingdom has been looking for you for so many years. There you are, finally. I have always admired your beauty. Oh, look at your beautiful eyes and your blushed cheeks. Your name justifies you. You are just like a fresh and delicate.
Thank you, Prince Charming. All these years you have showered me with love and watered me. I never felt lonely, as you were always there to talk to me every single day. You made me realize that even though I was not Princess Rose anymore, you still admired the beauty of a black rose. Oh, young prince, would you spend the rest of your life with me and shower me with love just like you did when I was nothing but a rose?
Oh, my beloved, you have stolen the words from my heart. I want to marry you. And finally, the good overcomes the evil, as the black rose turns into Princess Rose again and lives happily with the young prince. The evil witch turns into ashes with anger as the prince embraces Princess Rose in her arms in front of the entire kingdom.
I love this story, Tia.
I loved it too. After all, it's a story about the good overcoming the evil.
For your favorite rhymes, stories, and more, join Kids Hat family. Subscribe here.